Just about 8 o'clock on, are you ready for this? The 6th beautiful Saturday in a row in New England. Wow, what a turnaround from winter and spring. It's just about 8 o'clock here on Saturday, August 9th. And the atmosphere decoupled last night. That is radiational cooling, high pressure, and for the second morning in a row, heavy dew and record low temperatures. Oh, I've just activated the dog next door. Whoops. Let's walk this way, Tim. Okay, going over here. First we'll look at the glassy water reflection. When the water is glass, it reflects the landscape. Is that an osprey way over there? Oh yeah, and I gotta talk a little louder. The birds are singing. Oh, it's almost freezing out. Oh yes, where was I? The regional roundup this morning. It was southeastern New England, Rhode Island, and Cape Cod and the islands. Temperatures were in the 40s this morning, while western and northern New England was actually warmer. That's what happens sometimes when these highs go east of New England. It actually happens a lot when they go out into the Gulf of Maine. And so the obvious numbers on here, 45, 46, Provincetown, New Bedford, those are all record low temperatures. Same thing, southern Rhode Island. And the ice box known as MVY, Martha's Vineyard, that big bowl of sand, got down to 41 degrees this morning on Martha's Vineyard, and that is the lowest low temperature in the first 2 weeks of August this century. That's not that long, is it? The records began there in 1998, so it's not saying a lot, but if you're younger than, say, 27 years old, it was the coldest first 2 weeks of August morning in your life there on Martha's Vineyard. And now it's just a gorgeous Saturday. So much going on. How about a little bit of sports? We'll combine the sports and the moon. It was the full sturgeon moon this morning at 3:54 a.m. But we'll count it as last night. Matt Noyce and Danielle Noyce of 1 Degree Outside taking in the Patriots game and also sharing an image of the moon over at Gillette Stadium. So Mr. and Mrs. Noyce for the win. So happy that you got out. I know you're working very hard, and thank you for sharing that beautiful image of the moon, where the Tom Brady statue was unveiled yesterday. Tom posing in front of it. Both imposing figures, don't you think? And then the opening kickoff of the game, Travion Henderson all the way for his first NFL touchdown, a kickback of the opening kick. A run back of the opening kick. How does that happen? Great job. So that was kind of fun right there. So football season is approaching, and we are in the heart of hurricane season. And yes, I am paying attention to the guidance showing hurricanes coming up the East Coast in a couple weeks. But we do a 10-day forecast here because the skill beyond 10-day is almost more hazardous than it is helpful. Never want to raise an alarm, but you definitely want to pay attention. And so what else is going on? Speaking of paying attention and National Hurricane Center, let's pay attention to the latest update, which is that system that they were saying was a high probability of development. There were two of them, actually. One was low, coming off the East Coast, and they're not even talking about that one anymore in the trail on the tail of Dexter. But now the one that was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, which was an orange shade, is now a yellow shade. So the odds of that becoming a tropical cyclone are now decreasing. And there's a new wave coming off of Africa, and that's the one that all eyes are on. It's a low probability of development over the next 2 to 7 days, but then after day 7, it does become more of a threat. But the Hurricane Center sticks with a day 7 prognostication on what's going to develop. And the satellite image, you use a real wide satellite image here, and you can see that wave coming off of Africa. And then you have the wave that's in sort of the central Atlantic, and Dexter still with 60 miles an hour with a post-tropical storm. And then the one that we thought might develop into the east storm, east of Virginia, is now just a low-pressure center that is looking non-tropical. But it is, if we close into a different satellite image here, it is pulling the smoke down. So Dexter pulled the smoke down through Newfoundland and Labrador, and now this next storm is kind of pulling the smoke down from just east and north of Maine. So we've got a heavy plume of smoke right on the Maine coast, and that may come through eastern New England, but those storms off to our west are going to cause the air to come in from the west, and that smoke should probably lift up and out. And you have a great shot of the smoky sky here at Hampton Beach. Cinnamon Rainbow's surf cam. Second day in a row with just beautiful, clean ground swell. It's actually a little bigger this morning. Yesterday it was closer to 2 or 3 feet. Now it's closer to 3 or 4 foot ground swell at a 9-second period. So just gorgeous at low tide this morning at Hampton Beach, where you can see the sky is rather smoky, and there's someone catching a great right there on the big white water. That's just a gorgeous day at the beach. Tide's going to be coming in when you have a full moon. Your tide is high right in the middle of the day and in the middle of the night. So it'll be kind of crowded at the beaches today, no doubt. Here on Cape Cod, just a gorgeous day. We'll probably get some of that smoke with the temperature pretty close to 80. But inland, we're going to see the heat starting to advance, and there's still a heat wave in the forecast. Let's look at the radar. The radar shows some heavy weather this morning from northern Wisconsin, Minnesota, into Iowa and Nebraska. Again, it's always Iowa lately. Severe weather happening as the sun came up this morning, and not much action around New England. We did pick up 0.4 of an inch of rain yesterday in Gorham, New Hampshire, from a very isolated shower. So I think we're done with those diurnal showers for a while. All the fronts have kind of decayed. And did I show the surface analysis yet? The high pressure system that was over us for so many days, 1027 now broken into pieces. 1027 south of Nova Scotia. There's the 1016 low between Nantucket and Bermuda that may help keep the surf going a little bit. And then you get a little H there right over Maryland and Delaware, Chesapeake area. There's another H, so that sort of turned into a banana high. And now you have the two fronts that are over the Midwest. Those are going to pull the heat in our direction. They'll probably push the smoke out of New England. And yeah, let's see what else. The 10-day, we're showing the actually 14-day for Manchester, New Hampshire, because we're trying to be more New England central than Boston, which is near the shore, although Boston is going to share in the warmth in a couple days when the wind finally does come around from a light sea breeze today and tomorrow. But in Manchester, away from the ocean, we're looking at 92 tomorrow, and then in the low to mid 90s Tuesday, Wednesday, and you notice that red shade area. It starts to dip a little bit late in the week after a 5-day heat wave. Our 5th heat wave of 2025 is a 5-day for parts of inland New England. Not everyone's been sharing in this heat, obviously, by the coast and the Maine coast. It'll be much more comfortable. And it does show some showers and thunderstorms coming in around next Wednesday and Thursday. So there could be a heat denting front here late next week, but it's not going to be a heat breaking front, as you'll see as we show the Euro guidance. The Euro guidance goes out 360 hours, but we only show it to 234 hours because of the skill and the accuracy issues after that period. So here we go. There's the high to the east of New England, that storm missing to the north of Bermuda. It does not look like it's tropical, so now we see the showers and thunderstorms. The heat advisories, did I mention that? Heat advisories have expanded into the Central Plains, and these fronts mostly low pressure tracking well to our west and north. It's going to take some time, but finally probably about here around Tuesday or Wednesday, even the coastal areas are going to start getting a land breeze, so the heat will be on in all of New England. And then Wednesday night and Thursday, this front is looking a little more formidable. There's a nice little upper low coming across southeastern Canada with a fairly weak high over the Midwest that will push showers and thunderstorms in here Wednesday into Thursday. And then it does look like it'll dent the heat wave, but with flooding rain, that's yet to be determined, but we're going to get back to those Thursday fronts. But then that lifts out now, and you have the front lift back up into Canada, and you're staying or returning to warm to hot air with that thickness going back up to 570 or 576 from southeastern Canada to the southern and central plains. This now takes us out to Monday, August, 18th, I think. And at that time, there's a lot going on. You have the warm to hot air covering much of the central and eastern United States. You got a 582 thickness ridge over the Central Plains where it'll be 100 degrees. And then you've got another ridge to the east of New England, and there's a gap between the two ridges, which would mean weak troughing on the east coast, which could be a runway for any tropical cyclones. Then there it is. There's a hurricane out there east of the Bahamas. This is now a week from Monday. And that would be in our wheelhouse with a front and hot air to our north and west and a possible weakness between two ridges, one over the central Atlantic, one over the central United States. That is the avenue that hurricanes do take to get to New England. And most of the guidance is if it gets here, it would be around Friday, August 22nd. And we're going to be watching the guidance, and everybody's going to be just staring at that wave off of Africa for the next week and a half. So that's going to sort of command everyone's attention, and it's going to be easy to get distracted from other things that are going on. I know so many times when we have these hurricanes, you end up with these other events that don't get as much attention, like the flooding before that Ophelia storm about, what was it now, 20-something years ago. I remember we had a hurricane warning, and the thing just glided out to sea, but we had flooding rain 2 days before it happened, predecessor rainfall event. So lots of stories can be told about anecdotal stories about how and when hurricanes reach New England. And of course, the last serious hurricane to hit New England was on August 19th, 1991, and its name was Bob. So everyone remembers where they were with Bob. I was in Providence on TV in Rhode Island, and the worst of the wind on that one was after the storm went by. All right, so that's the weather for now. And the Enmore yesterday, we went over the other side of the pond, right over there, just another dock to the north of that one, and Charlie and I tested the Bass River water. It's 76-degree water, and the oxygen count is too low and the nitrogen count is too high. But the osprey were hunting right there, so we were trying to get the osprey to catch a fish for us. Snapper blues, Charlie said, are in, and menhaden possibly is what the osprey were eating. And then something I've always wanted to do when I take the water sample over to Rick's house, we go down Weir Road and get to go by the Grew Bogs and then come up to this farm stand. And I had never stopped at the farm stand, so I stopped and I said hello. And that's pretty much going to consume most of the Enmore, meeting farmer Bruce and looking at his farm and his prize watermelons and talk about his pears and his deer problem and his ducks. And after that, we did play golf. We played through the rain there that fell in Harwich Port. There were some downpours right in the middle of a couple of fairways. Isn't that strange? That was fun. Thanks, Chuck, for helping out with that video. And then I did see the moon. We saw the moon after the moon rise, and I got a little bit of the moon, but I'm not going to show and talk much about the moon. Everyone has that covered. I'm glad on all the platforms everyone saw the moon with a glorious night last night. It should be beautiful tonight, especially if we get a little of that smoke to hang around on the coast there from Maine to Cape Cod. And so I'm just going to close it out with the Enmore and roll the credits, so to speak, the piano music and the time lapse from right down here on Fallon's Pond at sunset yesterday. So here we go. Enmore from yesterday. Happy weekend. Cloud. We're going to get a Route 6 cloud. Enmore. It's 10:15 and I am due to get across the pond. It's Bass River water quality testing today. I don't think it's that dock. It's one behind the chimney. We can't see. Looking over there, looking back at you to see if you were looking back at me. And we're on the other side of the pond, and this osprey just made a massive splash. What's for breakfast? He's got it. He's got a fish. I wonder what kind it is. Baby
Probably
blue.
A menhaden.
Menhaden?
Yeah.
I think the gulls are onto him. So we're on the other side of the pond, and we get some high cirrus clouds over there to the north, and there is a bit of a almost Route 6A or Yarmouth Port cloud this morning. A little convergence there over Yarmouth Port. Above Crab Creek. Crab Creek, what's that? Oh, fish are jumping right there. What are they? Charlie, there's fish jumping like 10 feet away from you over there. Blub, 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 blub. Okay, we got a declaration. What is it?
They're snapper blues.
Snapper blues. That's a cool name. Why do we call them snapper blues, you know?
Because they bite everything.
Oh, they snap at you, including humans?
No.
Well,
but
they brush up against you, and it wakes you up if you're in the water and one hits you. Oh, look at that cumulus cloud right there. It's developing nicely.
Is that not?
Yeah, over here we get some fish. Come on over.
He's looking.
Same spot as a minute ago. He just grabbed something. I think he got it. Hard to tell. No, looks like, yeah, he's got a little tiny fish. Oh, gentle landing. Oh, we've got a heron. heron and 4 egret. I mean, 4 osprey.
Oh, those are seagulls.
Oh, it's a gull?
Yeah.
False alarm. Gulls
Yeah.
like fish too. Gulls like anything.
I don't even know how to get on a podcast.
Well, you're on one today. It's called Out the Door, Weather and More. Extra points if you can identify the people on that vessel.
No.
I can't either. Got a couple of friends down the street that have them. And that cloud is since retreated a little toward the west. It's thinning. I think the humidity is actually coming down a little bit again this morning. Another successful water test in the books. Pretty birch tree, and the colors of autumn on the hydrangea starting to show up. Gotta love the hydrangea. Beautiful for months and months, especially if you know how to take care of them, and I think you do. Robins. I break for gardens. Another color hydrangea right there, and what I've never been able to accomplish, beautiful canna lily, an outstanding dahlia and tree, and the west side of Fallon's Pond, Eric the Great Viking Path. Break for birds, crow chow, and I also break for this roadside garden stand. I've always wanted to stop at and driven by 1,000 times. Now I stopped. Honey, jams, onions, tomatoes, potatoes, farm, fresh. Hi.
How you doing?
What a day.
Yeah. What are you, from the tax department?
My name's Tim. I'm from the water testing department, Bass River, just volunteering, and I drive by your place all the time, and I've never stopped here.
Oh, my God, you've never stopped here?
Can I ask you your name? My name's Tim Kelly. I'm the weatherman from across the pond.
Oh, okay, okay, Bruce.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you, Bruce.
Tim.
I do this video called Out the Door, Weather and More, and I explore Cape Cod, and I see you got some red...
That's pretty grody down there. I got to get in there and clean that out.
Grody.
Well,
I don't see anything.
I had a pair of ducks in there. It was nice this spring.
This is what you're talking about, grody. Looks plenty green.
It's green.
So these tomatoes ripen in your yard? You get the first red tomatoes?
Yep, these are the first ones I've got.
And all those for just $5?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sold.
No, my first bloom on all my tomato plants didn't set. The low first bloom, it didn't set.
What do you
So
think?
I had to wait for the second bloom.
It wasn't even critters?
No, I don't know what it was.
Pumpkin seeds. It's too late to plant pumpkin seeds this year?
Oh, I've got one pumpkin down there you wouldn't believe.
Can we look at it?
This big around already.
Can we look at it?
Sure.
You got butternut squash coming out of what?
Out of my kazoo. So you can see the butternut squash I have. That's all from there's 2 of these boxes.
So those boxes you think did some magic?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You just say you...
I was able to put a lot of chicken manure in there.
Oh, you got chickens?
So okay, right over there is it's starting to turn orange.
Oh yeah.
The pumpkin. A little early.
The great pumpkin.
But I put everything out early, so.
Oh, you got some watermelons going?
Oh yeah, I got watermelons going over there.
And then, is it blueberries back there or something?
I got blueberries back there. They've all gone by now. Those vines are trying to get in the pond. I don't know.
Got a frog here. I haven't grabbed a frog in a long time, and I guess I'm not grabbing one now either. He's too fast for me.
Lot of frogs.
How deep is your frog pond? Knee deep. Knee deep. All right, there's the frog pond. There's dragonflies. I break for dragonflies.
That's not the scariest wharf in the world.
And he says he lost all his pears last year to deer, so this is hoping for the best here. Gorgeous. There's the tomatoes. Keep the deer out. Got a little baby bird in there. Oh, Bruce, thank you for this tour. This is awesome.
That's my watermelon. That's my pride and joy, that one.
So you're going to have the grandkids over for a picnic?
It's supposed to be 25-pounder sometime. It's called a Kentucky rattlesnake.
Oh, that does look like a rattler, doesn't it?
It looks like a rattlesnake, doesn't it?
That's neat. And one prize pumpkin in there.
I've got 3 or 4, but that's the biggest one. It's starting to turn orange. A little bad for August, you know. But
Shingle trick keeps them from getting a brown spot, a brown flat spot. And cantaloupe.
It's supposed to be a cantaloupe. Doesn't look like one.
Looks like your cantaloupe may have mated with a watermelon.
It might have.
You got a hybrid.
I might have something really weird here. If I keep the seeds, I might be a millionaire.
I had spaghetti squash and like summer squash kind of. Oh no, and pumpkin. So I had this like pumpkin spaghetti squash thing.
Really? Oh,
that was pretty cool.
Okay.
I didn't know whether to eat it or carve it.
And they probably crossbred. God knows what I've got here.
Interesting. You gotta.
But I can't get over the number of butternut squash I have from 2 little boxes.
So when are they gonna go on the farm stand?
Huh?
When are they gonna go out to the farm stand?
Oh, yeah. Well, they first have to. The vine has to die down first.
Yeah. So you let them mature all the way until the vine dies.
Yeah.
So they taste better and better and better the later they go.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you'll still have some.
You don't want to pick up green. They got no taste.
Right. So you'll have them all winter.
Yeah. 2 years ago, and she went in it year before that.
Oh, neat.
But this year I watched her and she wasn't going in. She wasn't going. Then I saw her go in and come right back out, and I said, she didn't like it. And so time went by, and I was standing there by my wharf, and I saw her coming out. Now, a female mallard will lay between 7 and 10 eggs a year. I saw her come out of the house with 13 chicks. Oh boy.
You're a grandfather, 13 baby ducks.
And the thing about it is,
How long did they hang around?
oh, they were only here a couple of days, then they go down to the pond. She takes them down to the pond.
The pond, is that Mill Pond? What pond is over there?
Oh, that's Mill Pond.
Mill Pond, yeah. So there's the duck house. Can't quite see the entrance. She had 13 baby ducks this year. And he says this is a vernal pool. I like the cattails. Get in there. Yeah, let's see that. I want to just get a video of you walking in there.
And you go in there and you sink about 6 or 8 inches in the mud. So I'm trying to wait till, hopefully because about every 3rd or 4th year it'll dry up totally. And then I can go in and do all my work.
How long have you been living here?
Let's see, we bought this place 25 years ago. But we've been living here permanently for 6 years, I think.
And where did you grow up?
Where did I grow up? I grew up in Nova Scotia.
Neat. All right.
We lived up on the North Shore for 55 years. So.
Oh, you made the big jump all the way past the South Shore to Cape Cod.
Yeah. Well, we have a daughter who lives down the street, so. And we have a daughter who lives in Brewster, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Inherited the name.
Raynard.
That's all I know.
French for fox. What's the poem? Raynard the fox.
Raynard the fox, yeah.
And what was the other part?
Sir Martin the ape.
Raynard the fox and Sir Martin the ape came to the Cape and lived happily ever after.
Oh yeah, we get the digitalis from.
Oh, and its real common name is foxglove. Foxglove. And Raynard is French for fox? You say Raynard is French for fox?
Yeah.
There's your glove.
That's a foxglove. One thing that grew really well was my onions.
Ah,
They really grew well.
Onions are a challenge to grow. Wow. How'd you get them so clean?
That's a small one.
How'd you get them so clean?
Well, you just, you pull them out. The bottom part here is the only thing that's in the dirt. This here. And when you pull it out, you just let it dry and brush it off.
Oh, okay,
That's
simple.
And when you're growing them, you make sure they get lots of fertilizer and lots of water. then you're all set.
Heather Hall.
That's, if you look up on the wall way up there when we bought this place 25 years ago, there was a sign on the front that said Heather Hall.
Any idea who?
We've never taken that sign down, and we don't have any idea why it's called Heather Hall.
Portnoy was here, so does that mean the line's going to be out the door? Our next trick, kind of still in the garden mode. Water in the lawn. Can we go run through the sprinkler? Yeah, I own golf clubs. I don't really use them, but once in a while. I don't know, I think I'd consider that a water hazard right in the middle of the green.
So what happens if they land right in the sprinkler?
I'd give you 20 bucks.
I didn't want to get in the sprinkler.
So what did you do instead?
Went in the woods.
Good thinking. I'm in a water hazard. Squishy foot. I don't even want to walk there. Playing in the rain. He's playing in the rain. Water hazard. I don't think the heavy stuff's coming in for a while. I'm going to play through. Whose ball is that up on the green over there? That. There are 2 balls on the green. Day 2 at a cemetery. I bet there's going to be a beautiful moonrise up there this evening. Crickets. Sirens on Route 6. The golf was okay. 9 holes, Harwich Port. We did okay in the fairways, but the short game needs a lot of work. Just leave it at that. So it was really interesting meeting Bruce, doing the water test, very Bass River. So fitting place to conclude here, back on the Dennis side of Fallon's Pond on Bass River. Count the chirps of the crickets. And the pulse of the siren. Grateful that there's no smoke here. Beautiful Saturday. Tim, it's Friday. Oh, I think we're having a beautiful Saturday too, which would be the 6th one in a row. Making up for lost time. Well, those not so nice ones during the spring. All right, those were our time lapses. Calling it a night early today. A very busy Saturday, and then we'll not be in a hurry on our Sunday. Thanks for watching. Focus. Talk to you tomorrow.